In Walmart's Newville, time was ticking away. Only a few nights left till the big holiday. But last-minute gifters had no need to worry. Walmart Express Delivery got their gifts in a hurry. From Nintendo to Nespresso and Lego flowers, they could check off their lists in as fast as an hour. All of Newville, East, West, South, and North could order gifts up until 5 p.m. on December 24th. So this holiday, just do as the Who's do. With gift delivery this fast, they all gasped. From Walmart, who knew? Subject to availability, terms and fees apply.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event is on now with awesome deals on their most popular models, including adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe and Santa Fe Hybrid. There's also the stylish Elantra, packed with the latest tech, or go electric with the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 6. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details. Offers end January 5th, 2026.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Lauren Mishcon, and this is Self-Care Club.
It's coming up to the most wonderful time of the year. Well, for kids, for everybody else, but not often for us mothers who are basically drowning under the mental load and run ourselves ragged to make the whole thing perfect and magical.
Blech.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah. It's actually my daughter's birthday today, and what I did was last night I made sure everything was done. Like the dishwasher was emptied, the water bottles were done, the PE kits, the uniforms, like everything was done that I don't normally, so that I could actually enjoy this morning and be sat down while she's opening her gifts.
Be present.
And be present.
Yeah.
But it takes so much to do that. And Christmas, my God, is just a very elongated version of that.
It's very heightened because it has to be perfect, doesn't it?
It doesn't, though. It doesn't. And we're going to unpick that.
The truth is, clubbers, nobody achieves great things on their own. There are always numerous people behind the scenes of every successful person offering assistance. And today we're talking about asking for help.
Yes.
Because it is a skill that is key to success in everything and for everybody, but it is very often overlooked.
We've done a show on asking for help before.
Yes.
Back in 2021.
October 2021, so nearly exactly 5 years ago. 4 years ago. 4 years ago. There's the maths. The maths
It's a bit worrying that you're the CFO.
It is, isn't it? I did tell you that at the start of this relationship.
I know, but it's only really unveiling
it only really
itself.
just dawned on you how bad I am with numbers.
No, there was
now.
something that you added up a few weeks ago and I thought, fuck.
Where are our accounts?
Yeah.
Who's in charge?
So we thought that it would be a great time because when we sit down to talk about Christmas shows and what is helpful for us to record and release over Christmas, it was like, well, what is useful? And actually having help and being able to ask for help in a positive way, in an empowering way, we thought we'd bring it back, but the Christmassy version.
Yeah. Barack Obama said, "Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. I do that every day. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows you have the courage to admit when you don't know something and to learn something new."
Also, you can't get to the point that you've got to, like Barack Obama, and not have had help along the way. He can't do everything on his own.
Well, everybody. It's the same with everybody. Every actor who wins an Oscar, every author who wins a Pulitzer Prize, there's always people who have helped them along the way.
Yeah. Well,
no one's an island.
No one. No, and everything takes a team. But I think it's about, asking for help and then accepting the help.
Yes. But we're social animals and we depend on each other to survive. That's just the way that humans work. And there is actually research that shows that helping others makes us feel good and that generosity in humans is an important evolutionary adaptation for our species. I don't know why that is. It just is.
Really?
Apparently so. Oh, but why is it so uncomfortable for us to ask for help?
How are you with asking for help now?
Better, I think.
Are you?
Yeah.
Tell us how you're better and how you know that you're better at asking for help.
I know that I'm better because in the last 4 years, I've needed more help, I think. And things have come up and happened that I haven't been able to deal with without help. So I've kind of been almost forced into a position of asking for it and getting it. And I think we said in the last episode that it's a bit like a muscle that you need to exercise a little in order to build.
And trust.
Yeah. So I think some of it was just I had to ask. I had to ask for help. So I did. And some of it is just once you ask and you get it, you feel a little bit more comfortable about getting it, I think.
Well, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? It starts to feed itself. And then you have new information in your remit that actually, it's okay to ask for help because someone is helping me.
Yeah. Because I think in the last episode, we were mostly talking about physical help. Like, can you help pick up? Can you help drop off? Can you help do this and that? And then I said to you, I've got a friend who was at the time training to be a therapist, who is now a therapist. And she was like, yeah, whatevs. But how are you at asking for emotional help?
Yes.
And I was like, fuck off. And I actually think when I look back over the last 4 years, I think I'm better. I think I'm a bit better at saying, I'm not fine today. Normally I'm fine, but today I'm not fine. I think I'm a little better.
Was that the episode where we talked about you being fine or no?
No, I think that's many episodes. I think that was the episode where we talked about how I am quite obsessed with always being capable. And I don't like to be seen as incapable. And I also don't like anyone. I'm like very uncomfortable with neediness. And I think I associated asking for help with neediness.
God.
That whole piece.
It's so murky, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do resonate with that.
Yeah.
I also have to be seen to be capable and independent.
Yeah.
And just the ability just to do everything. And then when I can't do everything because I'm a human being and I'm not actually a robot, I get so frustrated with myself.
Yeah. You also had a whole to-do about when you were making dinner for like 1 million people and one person offered to make you a salad and they brought the salad around and you were like, oh my God, thank you so much for the salad. Oh my God, the salad is amazing. Oh my God, you're so kind. And your friend was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're acting like she's built you a holiday home. She's made you a salad. Like, get a grip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was her pleasure to make the salad.
Yeah.
So it's utterly ridiculous. But again, they're physical things. I think weirdly, I might be more comfortable with asking for emotional pieces of people than the physicalities of it.
Interesting.
But maybe that comes from me being more comfortable with giving myself emotionally than physically. I don't know. It's about how you give help as well. Because that's going to feed into your narrative around how you ask for it.
Well, no, because we both agreed 4 years ago that we were very comfortable and happy and it was our pleasure to give help when it was asked, but we did not feel okay or comfortable asking for help.
Well, firstly, I'm actually going to caveat that now because it's 4 years later and it comes with conditions. If you are a very close person to me, and if I am not at capacity, then I am absolutely happy to help where I can. But I don't now give of myself freely at the cost of my own mental or physical health. I just don't do that.
So there's a boundary around
what
you're willing to help with.
There is absolutely a boundary around it. My family requires my time and my energy and my my physical and mental energy. And so if it's going to cost any of that, then it just doesn't happen. And I'm really comfortable with that. But because I guess that's because of my kids. So it's so easy to sort of have that boundary around when it comes to your children, but it's not so easy to have that boundary when it comes to yourself. Is it?
I understand that.
Yeah, and I think I'm trying to think of a time when someone asked me for help and I couldn't help. But people don't actually come out and say I need help. They just don't. They might hint at it, or you might pick up on that someone needs help in some capacity. It's very rare that someone will call you up and say, unless it's like my sister or my mum, no one actually calls you up to say, can you help me? When was the last time you had that conversation?
I can't think off the top of my head the last time I had that conversation.
Yeah, so no one asks.
No one asks, but sometimes it's very obvious. I had a friend who was very, very ill a couple of years ago. She's okay now, but she really wasn't very well. And it was very obvious at the time that she really needed help, like a lot of help.
But she didn't ask for it.
She wasn't really capable of asking for it, but it just needed to be given. So it was given, you know.
That's interesting, isn't it? So when someone is at their lowest and having a really difficult time, even then you can't ask.
Well, sometimes you're not, if you're in that state, you're not really even capable of asking, are you? You're just in a state.
It's so complicated.
Yeah, it is quite complicated. It is quite complicated.
When was the last time you asked for help?
Actually asked for quite a lot of help last week because Josh was off school ill. So I know it's only my husband, but it still counts. So I was like, I need to go and do this. I need you to be at home with Josh and look after the dog and and it was fine. He did it. But I had to be and we are going to go into these steps, very clear and concise about exactly what I need doing and when I need it doing. I need you to take his temperature, give him this, do this with the dog, do that. I will be gone this time and I'll be back this time. I had to really ask for what I needed.
I'm questioning whether that counts as asking for help.
Well,
I don't know if it's his kid. It
is his kid, but I still needed the help to parent with the other parent so that I could go to work and do what I needed to do. So it still counts. What? It wasn't a difficult ask because it's him, but I still, rather than just figure it out, worry about it, not be able to get on, I just had to ask. And so it was done. On Friday, I asked someone to go and pick me something up from the shops, a friend of mine, because I was like, I can't really get out. Can you pick me this up from the shops? I'll give you the money for it when you get here. She was like, yeah, no problem. Historically, I might not have asked her to do that. I might have just been like, either I won't get it or I'll try and go myself. I just asked. I think I am a little better.
What about the emotional piece?
I think also a little better. I'm more open to saying, I feel quite overwhelmed by this. I'm feeling a little bit stressed about this. Can you just sit down and go through this with me? Because I'm feeling a little bit like I'm happier to say that rather than just internalize all of the stress about it and then however that presents
it's
later.
It's just not helpful, is it? To internalize it all and not ask for what you need.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
And yet feels so difficult to do.
It does, but then sometimes things happen, like when Barker died in May, and obviously everyone who'd ever met me or him knew that I was very upset. So it's a time when I can't pretend to be fine or be fine. Not that I needed help, really, but more kind of support / help. So help in terms of support.
I think this is the same thing.
Yeah,
isn't it?
So it wasn't something that I could kind of gloss over or pretend didn't happen, because anyone who knew me knew that I would be upset. So
it would be really weird if you'd have gone, I'm fine, it's fine, I'm not really thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah.
So in a way, things like that kind of force you into a position where
that's about receiving it.
Yeah.
Which we're going to talk about much more next week.
What do you think has changed, or has anything changed? And what do you mean by you're happier asking for emotional help now than physical help?
No, I don't think I'm happier asking for it. I really don't. I don't really think it's improved very much. I think I'm more boundaried about who I offer help to.
Okay.
But that's not really what we're talking about. We're talking about how to ask for it. I am very comfortable asking for help to my nearest and dearest, like my husband, my sister, my mum and dad,
Yeah.
I kind of think it doesn't really count.
It does count. I know you think it doesn't, but I think it does count because they're still, although they're your people, they're still people with their own lives and things to do. You know, they don't sit around in a house waiting for you to call them so they can do you a favour.
No, but I think it's a total given that support and help is there if you need it.
It is for you, but it's not for everybody. You're very lucky in that respect.
Yeah.
You
No,
have that.
I am, but those are the relationships that are closest to me.
Yeah.
And anything outside of that is a huge, big, fat struggle for me.
Yeah, you said that last time.
And I still stand by it. A few months ago, my daughter is applying to drama schools, and it's a very complicated application process. It's not like the UCAS process. Everything runs independently. And because it's so difficult and competitive to get into drama school, you have to go for like 8 or 10 different drama schools, even the ones you don't really want or that you don't feel are best suited to you. So there's a lot of application process involved. Every platform is different. Everybody wants something different, and staying on top of it is quite overwhelming. And I said to my husband a few months ago, I can't do this one on my own. I don't want to do it on my own. And I don't want the responsibility that I might have missed something. So I actually really need you to be involved, be present to it, and understand what is going on. I don't want to have to tell you about it. Just please, just do your own research and just be with me on it, which he absolutely agreed to. And that was quite something for me to ask. So, yeah, okay, I'll take it back about you asking Ollie. I mean, I have to say, I haven't found him hugely helpful. I haven't, because my daughter and I are really on it.
Yeah.
And he does keep saying to me, what do you need me to do?
That's good. That's good.
But I keep saying, oh, don't worry about it.
Right. Okay. Interesting. But he heard and he is offering help.
He is absolutely offering help. And if I give him a job, like say, right, you sort that application out and just figure out what's needed, he will absolutely do that. But I'm kind of like gatekeeping it.
But it's quite interesting because where are we going back? A year, 18 months, when your other daughter got her diagnosis, you did seek help for yourself, as in information help. Like you went to ask people and get information and find stuff out. And that I would consider asking for help. As in, this is a new situation for me. I don't have a lot of information about it. I'm going to go and seek it and find it and ask for it. Do you count that as asking for help? Or is that more information gathering? Because I think it's asking for help.
I guess it is. Listen, I needed a lot of help around that.
Yeah.
Whole year, I was in pieces, not because of her diagnosis, but because everything was just immensely challenging.
Well, because there's a load of information that's in the universe that you didn't know, then you knew, and then you needed to understand all about that. So it's like jumping into the ocean without a life jacket. So you needed to go and source life jackets.
Well, it was like someone said to me, oh, by the way, you've been parenting completely wrong. You need to do a 180 and just change everything in how you parent her. It was like, oh, shit. Okay. And it was very, very overwhelming. And actually what I did was I got my own therapist. And I just needed to offload because I couldn't keep offloading to my friends. Some of it was there was so much guilt around it that I really needed to work through. And this is not, I don't need to sit here and think, I don't need to have the conversation of, but you didn't know, and it doesn't matter. But there was just a lot of stuff. Anyway, so I got a therapist. She was absolutely amazing. And I'm not joking, for about 8 sessions, I just cried. And it was immensely therapeutic.
Well, yeah.
And actually I feel so much more peaceful about me as a mum now and how I identify as a mum, and so much more confident in how I identify as a mum, because I really oh my God, I used to beat myself up.
It's all out there recorded. So yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I don't do that now.
Yeah.
Now I actually think I'm a great mum. I do make mistakes, but my God, she is lucky to have me. So, and I could only get to that point through asking for help.
But didn't you also join a Facebook group so you had like access to other mums in the same situation? You could ask questions that they could really help with.
You know what's, I did. And you know what's really interesting is I haven't looked at that Facebook group for months now.
You don't need it now.
But I used to be on it every day.
You really needed it.
Oh my God, I needed it so. They were so amazing.
But that's very much asking for help and receiving help, right?
Okay, yeah. Go me. I've got much better at it.
See?
Yeah.
I know what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know.
Now let me think about how you've asked for help. Come on, you must have something else. I want you to give me something that you've asked for emotionally. Not received it, asked for emotionally. I've actually got one.
Go on.
You were having a really hard one weekend, and you actually called me up and you said to me, this is so unlike you, and you said to me, I need to come over, I need to talk to you. And I got myself all wound up because it's so unlike you to do that, and I got myself all wound up. Oh my gosh, you're going to break up with me. You remember we recorded
it's all about me. No,
well, because it was
so unlike
so
me.
unlike you. But as it turned out, it was nothing to do with me. You were just having a really, really difficult time. And you sat in my kitchen and you cried and I cried and we had a lovely conversation.
It wasn't lovely, but it was helpful. It certainly wasn't lovely.
No, but it was a connecting conversation is what I mean. It wasn't...
Yeah, I would count that as asking for help.
Emotional help.
I would count that.
You bossed it.
Thanks. Thanks.
You did.
Thanks. Yeah, it wasn't very easy.
Was it just after Barker had passed away? Or just before?
It was before.
It was all... He was not good.
He wasn't good. It wasn't about him, but he wasn't
No, but
good.
I think it was all caught up in... I think that was a huge part of it.
I think
it was a huge loss, losing
Look,
Barker.
this year has been a big... I've had a lot of change this year. A lot of stuff has gone down this year. It's been... hectic, and actually I'm not sad to see the back of this year for many reasons.
Yeah.
But I think in all of it I kind of have learnt, even in the bits that were really not pleasant, that actually it's okay when I'm not okay for a little while. Everything will still be fine, and that there are people who are there to kind of prop me up when I'm not feeling like I can prop myself up. I mean, I feel absolutely fine now, but I definitely wasn't fine then.
But it's so you have to give it. You have to say, I'm fine now. I'm fine now.
I have to, because it doesn't sit naturally for me to not be in balance. You know, feeling in balance and feeling in control and feeling like there's an equilibrium. That is very much my natural state, and it was very put out for reasons completely out of my control at various times this year, which was quite jarring for
daunting.
me. Very. And I had a week that was particularly awful, and I really wasn't coping at all. And my sister-in-law was turned up at my door every single morning for like a week. I didn't ask her to, or maybe I may have asked her to maybe once or twice. I can't remember because I was so not coping. I don't remember how much I was asking her or not. But she knew very clearly I needed help, emotional help, or physical help. So she just turned up. Hello, I'm here. No, I don't need you to put makeup on or speak. I'm just here, just checking that everything's okay and seeing what needs doing and what doesn't need doing. You know, and that was very helpful, and I accepted it, but we'll talk about the acceptance of it next week. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I have needed to ask for help this year, which is probably good for me.
I think it's very good for you, yes. And I think it's good for anybody and everybody to also accept that it's okay to be human.
Yeah, it's okay to be human.
And you can only be human. And, you know, if you didn't go through times of struggle and be in times of needing support, then then you're not being human and you're being robotic, and you don't want to walk through the world like that. You have to feel everything and experience everything, and that includes joy, loss, heartbreak, happiness, success. It includes all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, if you don't feel the downs, you don't feel the ups, right?
I think this is a good time to go to a break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about steps in how we can all put our big girl pants on and ask for help.
If you've shopped online, chances are you've bought from a business powered by Shopify. You know that purple Shop Pay button you see at checkout? The one that makes buying so incredibly easy? That's Shopify. And there's a reason so many businesses sell with it, because Shopify makes it incredibly easy to start and run your business. Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/promo. Go to shopify.com/promo.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Oh, Hilton stay, your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
Let's take a quick look at why asking for help is so hard for so many people. And I wonder how many of these things we will resonate with.
Should we tick how many do?
Fear that we'll be turned down or rejected or laughed at. Very common. I think for
that's
me it's
very
fear.
subconscious.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I did feel fear about it. I'm not aware of it, but it's possible that I do.
Okay. The risk of rejection and vulnerability. There are studies in neuroscience that show that just the risk of emotional pain activates the same regions of the brain as physical pain. I think that's for me. That's a big one for me. Vulnerability is a big one for me.
It's a huge one for you.
Yeah.
The vulnerability piece. I think it's big for most people. Like, it's so hard to be vulnerable.
Very hard.
But it's so weird because it's like, I find people at their most captivating when they're vulnerable. Don't you? When they're honest and truthful and themselves and vulnerable. And sometimes if that's them being really happy about something, because that's also very vulnerable, or sometimes being completely broken. That's when you sometimes feel at your closest with that person.
I agree, but I will hold my hands up and say I'm just not the most amazing person at dealing with that. I really try.
Dealing with
what? People who are at their most vulnerable. Like, my intention is good and I really will give it my all, but I'm not amazing at it. I can't really tell you why I'm not. I'm just not, which is weird because of the job that I did for 16 years when I really was with women who were at their most vulnerable and scared and fearful. And I guess I did deal with that pretty well. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a successful business. But I don't feel like it's my strong point. Maybe I'm better at it than I think, but I don't feel like I'm brilliant at it. I think I'm fine. I'm very good at holding the space and keeping it contained for someone, but I don't think I'm amazing at kind of helping it. If that makes sense.
It does make sense. I'm just thinking about how much I agree with that. I think where you really struggle is to be vulnerable yourself.
Absolutely.
I think that's more where it is. And maybe that's why you struggle with someone's vulnerability, because you struggle so much to be that open and vulnerable.
I do. I still do.
Yeah, you do. And I do find that quite frustrating sometimes, because it's like, just be honest with me.
Yeah.
Just please, just be where you are right now. That's all you need to be.
I think I've always struggled with that. I don't know if it's
because you always have to
improve.
be fine.
Yeah. Being perceived as needy, in inverted commas. We don't want to be ashamed of our situation. We don't want to be incompetent. So we work really hard to make sure that people don't see us that way. Yes, I'm definitely that.
Are we going to caveat all these afterwards? Because there's so much I want to say about this bit.
Go on.
Well, asking for help, right, does not equal being needy.
No, it doesn't.
But I know that so many of us perceive it this way and subconsciously hold it this way.
These are the reasons why people don't want to ask.
If I ask you to make me a salad when I've invited you round to my house, that means you're going to think that I'm not capable. I mean, that is utter bullshit. It's utter bullshit.
It's also bullshit because it's such an everyday situation that everybody knows what it's like to host 1 million people, and everybody knows how helpful it is when someone brings a dish. So it's like universal, it's not like special to you.
And also when someone says to me, when I'm invited over to someone's for dinner and I say, what can I bring? And they go, bring a salad.
Yeah.
I don't automatically think,
they're very needy.
Yeah.
They're very incompetent.
Yes. You don't think about it. You just bring a salad.
Bring the salad.
So
happily.
We all have this subconscious story running in the back of our mind, and it's utter nonsense.
What about worried that people have their own worries? You brought that to the show last time. You were like, people have their own stuff. They don't need to worry about my stuff.
I actually have dropped this.
Okay, good.
I think because but you and I have had so much to manage in the past 4 years. And I think my daughter's diagnosis played a big part in that, because I just had so much to deal with that actually my stuff is just as important as your stuff. Mm-hmm. And I really strongly feel that now.
Good. I'm glad you do.
I do.
Good. Fear of surrendering control to someone else. Some people have a very hard time with that.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Like, this is how I am, like, with cleaning the kitchen.
This is how I am with the laundry.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I do it with the laundry as well.
Yeah, like, I'll do it myself because you won't do it properly.
But I'm going to bitch and moan at you that you haven't done it, and then you do it, and then I bitch and moan at you that you haven't done it the way I want.
My way.
And that's not okay.
The illusion of transparency. This is quite a big one, right? This is the mistaken belief that our feelings and our thoughts and our needs are obvious to other people. So a lot of people,
think you do this
I do this. So we wait for someone to notice our telepathic plea for help, and then we get really frustrated when no one does. So
I do this with my husband all the time.
I am yet to meet someone who doesn't do it with their husband. Don't we all do? Isn't this marriage? Don't we all do this with our husbands? Why don't you understand that I need this? And because you haven't psychically guessed it, now I'm cross with you. But asking for help is a skill that we can all develop, and it must be practiced and perfected over time. So here are our Self-Care Club tips to empower you to effectively ask for and get help.
Did we write this in the book?
No, I checked.
We didn't do asking for help in the book.
We did. I thought we did, but we did not. No.
Are you serious?
Honestly, I checked today, and I was like, I know we wrote about this in the book. We did not.
No, we wrote about asking for what you want.
That's right. And you don't over-explain. Just describe. This is what I need. This is why it matters. This is how you can help me. Be very specific.
So what you need, why it's
matters,
important, and how it's helpful.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Love it.
Okay. Don't apologise for asking for help. It makes it seem like you're doing something wrong, but it's nothing to be ashamed of. You don't have to say sorry. I'm really, really sorry, but please can you do X, Y, Z for me? You don't have to say sorry. You can just ask. You're not doing anything wrong by asking for help.
Oh, God, that is so true. I'm so sorry. Would you mind bringing a salad? Do you over-apologise? I don't think you over-apologise.
I over-apologise. I probably do it when I shouldn't. Like, I apologise to people who bump into me, that sort of thing. But I think that's just British. It's just very British.
Yeah, I mean, I really notice when people over-apologise. A lot of people over-apologise on the paddle court.
Do they?
Oh my God, they missed a shot. Sorry, I'm so sorry. There was one girl I was playing with on Saturday. I'm like,
it's a game, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's a bit annoying, but like, don't worry about it. Like, we all miss shots.
We had lunch with a lady last week and she arrived at the table and then said, I'm so sorry. I'm absolutely bursting for the loo. I must just run off to the loo. I'm so sorry. And then she left and we were like, why is she saying sorry for going to the loo? No man would do that. And when she came back, we said that to her. We were like, if you were a man, you'd just say, I mean, you're just going to the loo.
You wrote me into it, but it was actually you.
It was me, but I was right.
Yeah, you were.
Because every man would come to him and go, I'm just going to the loo, be back in a minute.
Or he would just go to the loo.
Why did it? I said to her, why as women do we feel like we have to apologise for a basic bodily function? She was like, you're right. I apologise for everything.
Should we ask her how she is about asking for help?
I don't think, my guess is she's not great.
No, and I said to her, didn't I? Because we're going in on a joint project together. And I said to her, she goes, and I'll do this and I'll send this email and then I'll do that and then I'll get back to you. And I said to her, let me do some stuff. You don't have to
do everything.
You don't have to do everything.
Yeah. Which leads us beautifully into don't minimise your need with things like, I really hate to ask you, or it's just a really small thing, because then it suggests that their help is very trivial and there is no joy in helping someone who doesn't really care. Or if you say like, I hate to ask you, well, don't hate to ask them. Enjoy asking them, let them enjoy helping you.
There is a school of thought, and I think it's quite an important one, that people actually, it's their pleasure to help.
It is though,
if and when they can, because it's a gift.
Yeah.
So let them.
Let them.
Yeah. But that will come in more next week.
Make it personal and not transactional. Try not to ask for help on a text, because it's also very easy to say no to someone on a text.
Is it? I don't think it is.
Isn't it? I
don't think it is. When was the last time you said no to someone on a text?
I don't know.
I don't count.
have to look through my texts. Studies show that face-to-face requests are 34 times more successful than ones that are written down.
Oh, that's quite a statistic.
It's harder to say no to someone's face.
Yeah, but you don't want them to say yes because they're people pleasing. You want them to say yes because it's their pleasure to say yes.
Yeah, you do.
So it shouldn't really be relevant of where you ask and how you ask.
And you can also make your request personal by explaining why their skills or their expertise make them so suited to the task, because then they feel like they are chosen as for a particular reason as that helpful person.
Yes.
They're not just a rando.
Give an example.
An example is like, well, I'll give you a real life example. We
like those.
I asked my mother-in-law, who has been a stylist for decades and decades, to help me choose the flowers for Joshua's bar mitzvah. And I said, because you have lovely taste in flowers, and I know whatever you choose will look great.
Yes.
What do you think of this, and this?
Perfect.
And I sent her loads of pictures.
Yeah.
So I picked the right person to help me.
Yeah.
And she knew she was the right person, and she did help me.
There you go.
And also, she really liked doing that job. I hope. No, she did. She liked doing that job because she's good at that job.
And it's a pleasure to do it.
And it's like helpful, and she enjoyed doing it.
And
so
it means she's a part of the whole process.
So there you go. There's a real life example.
Love it. Finally, people want to see or know the impact of the help they have given or will give.
Yeah.
This is actually not an ego thing. It's what some psychologists have argued is the fundamental human motivation to be effective.
Yeah.
To know that your actions create the results you intended. But we're going to get much more into this next week, aren't we? We're going to pick it up. So in essence, shape the world around you. In the absence of feedback, when we have no idea what the consequences of our actions have been, motivation takes a nosedive. And that's true. And that is particularly true when it comes to helping. So follow up with results. Yeah, I mean, I would do this if someone had helped me.
Yeah.
Beyond expressing your gratitude, you should follow up with the helper to share the tangible results of their aid. We want to feel that the work we do and the help we give matters. Take the time to show the people who help you why their support matters to you. My friend made a meal for someone else, and she dropped it round there because they weren't well, and she dropped it round there, and they said thank you and everything else, but they never She said they never, after they'd eaten the meal, they never called me to say thank you, that was lovely. She said, do you think that's weird? And I said, yeah, I do think that's a bit weird. Because it would be a natural thing, or to send a text to say, oh, I've just eaten the meal, it was gorgeous, thanks.
I actually did that for someone whose dad wasn't well, and they were just constantly in and out of the hospital, like just all day. So I just made the family a meal. So that was like off, that took it
One
off.
thing, yeah.
One thing less to do. And I actually got a text from the husband to say, I just ate the meal and it was so delicious and it was really thoughtful of you and thank you, which I didn't do it for the thanks, obviously, but it's very nice to hear.
But it's also a very natural thing to follow up with once you'd eaten.
Well, I certainly would do that if it was me. If
Yeah,
someone
so
did that
would
for
I.
me, yeah.
So would I, because it's such a lovely thing, such a lovely gift to cook someone a meal. Yeah, so I totally agree with that.
Do you know what? I actually feel quite proud of us.
Do
Both
you?
of us. Yeah, I actually really do. I feel like we have both had quite a lot of challenges the last couple of years, and I feel like we have navigated them well.
Okay.
Yes, we have.
Well, I mean, in the spirit of asking for help, yes, we're definitely asking for help more. I don't know if we've navigated them well. We've just gone through them and had no choice but to navigate them.
Yes, but we haven't fallen apart.
I have fallen apart.
But you have put yourself back together.
No, I would always put myself back together, but I have definitely
But
fallen
not
apart.
everyone can put themselves back together.
No, but I also acknowledge that I am in a privileged place in my life. I have a lot of support around me. And I think that really makes a big difference.
It does, but I think you also took proactive, what is the word I'm looking for? You were proactive in figuring out what you needed and how to help yourself and to get help.
But can I just say, it is the gift that keeps on giving, this diagnosis, because it's nothing to do with her diagnosis. But what it has meant for me as a mother and me as a woman in the world is that I don't tolerate any bullshit at all in my life anymore. And I don't know what it was about that moment in time that just, and it's also an age thing, but it was like, I have certain challenges in my home life, and I have times where I really need to be fully focused here. Mm-hmm. So I don't have the capacity or the headspace for external noise sometimes.
I think what it's done for you is culled the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of very trivial bullshit that felt quite big. But then when something actually big happens, properly big and very affects your household and your family, you're like, actually, that was not big stuff.
It's not that it wasn't big stuff.
It took up a lot of energy.
Yes.
And it wasn't important enough to take up that much energy.
Well, because my energy was not best spent on this stuff.
No.
So it's honed in where I put my energy and who I give my energy to and how I give it. And I love that for me.
Yeah.
I really love that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I do feel more comfortable about naming the emotions. Give it a name. Recognize it. Name it. Say it. It's okay. It's okay to do that. No one's going to put you in the bin.
It's so weird. In the words of my 15-year-old, so weird. But yeah, of course it's okay.
Well, I have not historically always felt like that's okay.
Can I tell you something? The people closest to you prefer you to do that.
Well,
they prefer you to be honest and real.
I'm always honest, but
You're not always honest. I'm sorry, you're not, because a lot of the time you'll say you're fine when I know you're not fine.
Oh, okay, about that.
That's
maybe
what
not,
I mean.
But okay.
That's what I mean.
I mean, I'm always honest as a human being.
No,
but
I'm not saying you would go around lying or anything, but you're not always honest about how you feel.
No, but I've kind of been given the gift of being made to not feel fine and then having to not be able to hide that. you know.
That's called life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I was kind of forced into the situation.
So one of your sons has gone to live in another country.
Yeah.
So that's been a huge shift and a huge loss to some degree, even though he's thriving and he's happy and all of those wonderful things, which is amazing for him. So that's complicated for you. And you have had a huge loss this year. You know, losing Barker was monumental.
It was hard. But it's also life.
It is.
And
you don't have to make it better.
No. But it
can just be hard.
It is just hard. And I think, well, look, anyone who has parents, a spouse, animals, everything comes to an end eventually. It's an inevitable, right? But it doesn't make it any easier. No, it doesn't.
It just doesn't.
No, it's been a lot this year. Yeah.
You knew that going into this year, funnily enough. You always said, what were your words? This is going to be
I said it's going to throw curveballs.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening this year, but it's going to throw curveballs. I said that in January.
I think you knew in December that Barker probably wasn't going to make it
another year
to the end because he was so elderly, bless him.
Yeah.
So we knew that was going to happen.
I didn't know Zach was going to go.
No, you had no idea.
I didn't know other stuff was going to happen. I just had a real funny feeling about this year.
And also you have a 13-year-old who's like, suddenly 25.
Yeah, his hormones are climbing as mine are declining.
And it has a big shift on the household once they start going through puberty.
What did he say to me yesterday? I can't remember what happened, but he came into the kitchen and he gave me a hug and he said, "Are you all right? Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right, Josh. I'm fine." And he went, "I know what it is." And I said, "What is it?" And he said, "You're going through puberty backwards."
He's not wrong.
I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You're going that way and I'm going that way and we're doing it exactly the same time."
Daisy does sometimes come up to me and she gives me a hug. This is my eldest. She's so emotionally mature. She always has been. And she's always been very in touch. Like she can walk into a room and read energy and feel like if someone's had an argument, she would know.
Yeah.
She's just so intuitive that way. And sometimes she comes up to me and she just gives me a hug and she's like, "Are you all right, Mummy?" And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Of course I'm fine. It's my daughter, I have to be fine. And she's like, "Well, you don't seem it." Actually, I'm not fine. Yeah.
Right, so next week we are going to come back and deal with accepting help. Yeah?
Oh, it's going to be hideous.
It's not. It
is.
Okay.
It's going to be hideous for both of us. Come on, it's going to be hideous for both of us.
No, I refuse to acknowledge that. It's going to be okay. We can do it.
Come
on. Christmas is coming.
Let's try and accept some help this week then.
Okay.
Let's do it with each other.
Okay.
Subtly.
Okay. I've got a whole big Costco shop to do. You can go and do that for me if you want.
I did one the other day. You're doing it very early.
I am.
Well, you can do all the stuff.
I don't know. Don't stress me out.
But you can't get. It's too early.
Don't stress me out.
She has a Christmas Eve party. You can't go to Costco now. You're also going to sit there for 3.5 weeks.
I don't know. I have to get non-perishables only.
Why don't you just go in a few weeks?
I don't like the... Anyway, this is not for this show.
No, I want to know why you're not going in a few weeks.
Because I don't like the Christmas crowds.
Oh my God.
It's too crowded.
That's for 40ish. This is a conversation for 40ish.
Well, we're going to go and record that now so we can discuss it then. We actually are discussing Costco on this week's
This is the sort of thing my mum would say.
I know. I understand. Bye, clubbers. See you next week.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Hello, I'm here during the lunch rush with Janice, who owns her own food truck.
Best cheesesteaks in town.
Janice traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance for her food truck business. We're here where she needs us most.
They sure are.
We make it so easy for her to save, with customised coverage that grows with her business. Sorry, I just get so emotional talking about saving folks money.
Not this onion I'm chopping?
It's just so beautiful. Oh, yeah, no, it's the onion.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at Geico.com and see how much you could save. It feels good to Geico.